Okay, so Casey's going to find out right now. I'm going to spend the next 2 hours with him. We're just going to watch what he does here, and I'm going to put this on an episode of him making these parts. He's putting magnets on there to hold all his pieces in place, right?
Yes, sir.
And then you'll tack them, remove the magnets.
Yes, sir. And then do a final weld.
Right.
We already did the whole base, as you guys previewed before. We got this plate started here.
Right.
And then we're going to go ahead and just cap the front and backs and finish these welds up.
Fill it in, all right. So now you can take the magnets off and fill everything in. Alright, so see how he's blending that down in there? How that's starting to look like one whole piece in there. A couple more passes. Grinding that out, and it'll look like the piece was designed by the factory, or factory-ish, huh?
Yes, sir. Factory-ish.
All right. Now he's got it all primered up now. That looks great, Casey. One more side to do here. He's putting his metal into place.
Back's done here. We're gonna go ahead and wipe this with some prep clean, put some weld through on it, and we got to cap the front section here, just like we did the back. Right.
That's how it's done. That's what Casey does. You've done with that. What's your next step on this?
I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and test fit the hood, make sure all our mods are kept our line and everything straight like we're supposed to. When that checks out, then we'll probably go ahead and start removing the side flares off the old hood, and we'll add those onto this one. Set the whip on the towel. Yeah. Go ahead and lower yours. Yep. Go ahead and lower it all the way down. Yep. Keep going. You got any magnets on the back side there? No? Oh yeah. Take them off. Yep. Yep. Alright. Go ahead and just let her sit. You're gonna go from underneath? Yeah, I'll raise it up and do it inside. A lot easier. Yeah.
Fabrication is completed and the hood is installed. Casey just gave me a wink. I think he likes what it looks like. How do you think it did, Casey?
Well, she was built to be gapped and centered, so she's centered. Let's see what our gap looks like.
All right.
Looks like a pretty good cow to me. Look at that, hey.
Worked out perfect. So this gear will work its way off. Sometimes they're a little troublesome, but
Look at that.
gear comes off. These are all shims and stuff. I shouldn't have to mess with them. I'm gonna put them over here so they don't fall and hit the floor. This slides up.
Okay.
Now I can remove this.
All right.
And depin this whole setup. And all I do is I rotate it 180 degrees, which has a second hole on the other side that leaves it pinned. So you can see it kind of advances slightly depending on what way you rotate it, but you just rotate it out, take all of the stops and stuff out of it. And
so why are you doing this?
this is so this thing stays fixed and the ECU can make all the adjustments without the distributor having to do all the adjustments.
Doing it electronically as opposed to mechanically.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so that whole contraption slides back.
Yep. I don't need the weights. I don't need the springs. I don't need the stop bushing. Now, normally what would happen is this thing rotates like this. This is your cap. So as the distributor's here, this whole assembly is able to move.
Right.
That's where the weights and the springs advance and retard the timing and all that other stuff.
Okay.
I don't want that to happen. So I rotate it around, slide it in this lock hole, now it's pinned. It's locked to the distributor. Then all I do is I lock this thing back down.
So it can never ever move again from the position it's in. The ECU picks up where it needs to be. Awesome.
ECU does everything on its own.
Right.
So when I go to start it, I will set the base timing and I'll lock it at whatever timing it is, and I tell the ECU it's locked at that timing, and then the ECU can either advance or go backwards from there.
How long you known Steve?
About 2 years.
Yeah. Do you have this when you, or did you build this for him?
No, he bought the, and it had a really weak front end, like suspension wise, and it was just a depth trap. So we redid everything up front so it was safe to drive.
Well, maybe we'll talk about it in a minute after he's gone. Wow. Awesome.